Hello everyone, this is Vicky StitchNButton, and today is the 9th of February. It's Wednesday night, and I have a sweatshirt on because Florida is chilly again. The other day it was 80, last week it was 29 at night, and today I have a sweatshirt on. Who knows? So I have some stitching updates. I could have got more stitches in, but I got a okay amount. I'm happy with it. It is what it is. I have a tea box that I got in. I got some gifts. I even did some crocheting, so I'll be showing that, and a little bit of haul, and then a giveaway at the end, because this is my 100th Flosstube, my 100th episode. So I figured I'd do a little giveaway, and let's get into it. I've got a slight headache. Bear with me. Hopefully the meds work before the end of this recording. When I say med, it was just ibuprofen. Calm down. So, first one we're going to get into is You Belong to Me. This is from Long Dog Samplers. I do believe it was released in December, if not late November. And I started this on a 32 count mystery, no, 36 count, I think. I don't know. It's 32 or 36. Linen. It's a mystery anyway. I don't even know what it is, where it came from. It wasn't marked. And it is being stitched with Silks For You Silk, PR 168. This is how far I've gotten. It looks like I did about 300 stitches since the last time you've seen it. But there's a problem, which one of my viewers have pointed out. I'm missing the vertical line going down. So I found a semi-fix for it. Apparently, when you upload Long Dog Samplers into Pattern Keeper, they shade about, I think it's 5. Excuse me. Yes, it's 5. So they shade 5 rows. And you put 5 in, well, it ends up taken away. You lose a line, a vertical line in the pattern, but the horizontal line is fine. So what I did was I went and uploaded it again, this time saying 4 shaded lines. When I did that, the vertical line came back, but the horizontal line is 1 less now. To combat that, I feel like I'm just going to have the 2 versions, because I still want to use Pattern Keeper. So, I'm working across, pretty much across, so that's fine. So as I work across, I'm going to have to use the version where I have my vertical line. And then when I'm in between pages, horizontally, I'm going to have to use the regular 5 shaded lines. I hope that's clearer than mud, hopefully. So what I need to do with this one is take out the front of this bird. See that line? There's another one in there that's missing. So I have to take out the front of this bird and just a couple of rows here. It's not a ton. It's enough, but it's not that bad. Tickle in my throat. Coffee helps. Alright, so I did do a few stitches on there, and let me see, I had my card. It looks like I did about 450 stitches since the last time I did, I think. So this year total, I have 1,352 stitches. I don't think that's too bad, considering I just started it right before. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with this bag? Since I started it right before New Year's, that's not too bad. I'm liking how it's looking. I'm still happy with it. Alright, I'll fix that next time. I'll rip it out before I go to stitch on it again. That's usually what I end up doing. I know where it's at. Okay, so I had to stitch on my full coverage because I've been doing full coverage Fridays with Matt, NBC Stitcher. I guess there's a couple other people that are also doing it, but I know Matt and I actually had a whole conversation on how we're going to do our full coverages and when to work on them. And since we stitch together on Friday nights for the most part, I figured that's a great time to get some stitches in. So this Friday I chose Wizard of Oz. This is the artwork by Scott Gustafson. Gustafson. Can't read. Sorry. Not sorry. I don't know. Yeah, it's a Wizard of Oz. It's a Heaven and Earth Designs. I fell in love with this when I saw Lisa Silver Stitcher stitching on it, and I actually saw her stitched piece. So I have, let me see, I did a total of only 200 stitches on it. I did it for a prompt too, because why not? No wasted stitches, right? It is on 25 count. I'm doing 1/1 on 25 count easy grid. And that is what I've done. So basically the 200 stitches are pretty much these colors in here. Yeah. I sort of did some scattered stitches and then just moving in on, because it was Friday night and we were talking and everything, I wanted to get a larger amount of stitches in one color instead of doing the little ninja stitches. Every little bit counts. I still have a ways to go on this. So total for the year is only 200 stitches so far. There will be more. And it's not, with the Pattern Keeper, it definitely is a lot more enjoyable to stitch on the full coverages, because it finds my symbols for me. I did another full coverage. I think that was 2 Fridays ago. This was this Friday. Again, I don't think I did a lot. I did 300 whole stitches, and that's on Anhalt Castle. This was a freebie at the time from Artisy. You can purchase it now. It's no longer free. They have a color version and the sepia tone. Obviously, I'm doing the sepia tone. I'm doing this on 18 count Aida. And I only did 300 stitches. I had to do a prompt. It had to have like flowers or plants, trees or plants. And I did, my goodness, I don't even know what I did. I think I did some of the browns in here and some of the dark. So it's only 300 stitches. It wasn't a ton. I think I'm trying. I think my goal here is to get the ninja stitches out of the way and keep on filling in and then move out from there instead of continually speckling all over the fabric. That needle minder is still available in my group. And put this one in here. I have my castle in a bag that I made. It's got bats and creepy stuff, because castles are usually creepy, right? Alright, so last night I had to do 300 stitches on something with fairies for magical stitches. And then I filled it in some other prompts for other groups. And so I picked out 3 for tea. This one was gifted to me from Belinda, who is Aussie Stitcher. She sent me this. She also sent me the fabric to make these bags, so I transferred it into this bag from the fabric she sent. This one is being stitched on 32 count fabric from, it's an even weave, and it's called Floral Thoughts from my fabric party. It was, I think it tells you, April 2020 monthly fabric. And it's got all these flowers and the tree on there. So I thought it would help make the girls look smaller. And I haven't gotten much done on them, not much progress, but every little bit, again, helps. So, 311 stitches yesterday, all in these 2 pinks and then 2 different greens. I came down here and I came down here to finish up some of these greens in here. And I think the way the page it cuts, that's where it cuts at. So that's why I just started to move over here and get into the pink dress over there. I think I bought this needle minder from Rebel Stitcher. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure I bought that one when I bought the Kamala. Alright. Next. It's a biggie, and I didn't pull down my board. One Nation. I put in... Hold on, I've got the card. This one's from Bygone Stitches. I'm stitching it on 32 count Creek Bed Brown from Lakeside. You know, I always get this wrong. I think it's Lakeside Linens. And I was able to put in another 613 stitches because I did it on a few prompts, and it was more of my, I'm going to stitch on this as much as I can this month. So it's like a focus whenever I can. And I am getting so close, guys. So close. And I did post a picture on my Instagram. So as you know, I finished all that. That from Texas all the way over is done. So I just have 4 rows left. Out of the 4 rows, this is what I've gotten done. Out of those 4, let me do this. That's what I gotten done. So I worked on Montana. I finished Nebraska. I finished Washington, I did Arizona and the Acorns, and started that other line. This line is the last stripe that needs to go. It's the top of it. And I've been just working my way over. I did, as you can tell from the hoop mark, I moved the hoop over so I can start working on this and moving over instead of going back and forth constantly. And I think when I get back to it, I'm going to pretty much put the hoop in the same spot so I could start this and move that over and just get all 4 done at the same time and move over from there because it fits in the hoop a little bit better like that. I'm really happy with the progress on this, and I keep on harassing Jaylong and telling her to get on hers because I'm pretty sure she's further than I am, and if she just stitched on it, she could probably finish it before me. Just saying. Yes, I'm still picking on her. Put this card in. Alright. Next one I don't have a picture of, but it is called America. It's from M Designs. It's one of the word trees that they put out years ago, and I believe it is out of print. I'm going to use this. This is on a 36 count fabric from Silkweaver. And I'm using Aussie Pride from Dinky Dyes. And it's 1/1. And I didn't get much done. I almost didn't bring it out to show you. I think I did about 200 stitches or 200 stitches. Very tiny stitches. But it's getting there. It's my oldest whip. And the more I chip away at it, the sooner it'll get done, right? That's the way I look at it. And it's not so bad now that I have it set up on a hoop. If I put it on a smaller hoop and put it on the Lowry, it makes it easier for me to get in there and get that 1/1 done. Alright. Last but not least, on the stitching front, I put in a bunch of stitches on, where's my working copy here? Henna Mandela. From Ink Circles. This is what I've been using as my hashtag BFF sale. My BFF and I shared a hank of Silks for You, and it's PR067. Let me see. Which reminds me of the henna colored ink, and I'm stitching it on Georgia Peach from Dixie Sampler. It was an exclusive from one of the Prim Stitcher Society retreats a few years back. I was able to get a total of 311 stitches in. I would have got more in, or it wouldn't have taken me as long, but I ended up having to take this out and this out because I was off by 1 stitch. So I finished this right here because I had a string over here, I had frogged all that, and I put it all back in, plus some. I'm happy with that progress. I think it's looking good. Let's see. All right. Now, I also had a prompt from Magical Stitches to stitch on some needlework. And if it was cross stitch, it had to show needlework. So, needlework included crochet. Boy, is this getting big. So, I know I've shown this before. This is a corner-to-corner design. So, it's extra wide. It's almost as wide as my couch. And I'm thinking, because that's where I crochet it, is on the couch. When it's as wide as my couch, I think it'll be wide enough, because I want it to fit on my bed with people under it. So, it's got to be big enough. And guys, it's good. It's huge. I mean, huge. I'm standing up. It's, yeah. I can't. It's bigger than my wingspan. So, what I got in on this was the 3 rows. If you like crochet, if you want to try to crochet, corner to corner is very easy. You can look it up. You can even, I think you can even Google it as C2C crochet, and it'll give you a pattern. It'll give you instructions on how to do it. I brought in the yarn so I could tell you what I'm using if you like this color pattern that I chose. This one is Country Club. It's Red Heart, just the Super Saver. It's extra soft because I'm using a K hook. I think it's K. No, an N, even bigger. I'm using an N because I crochet real tight. I don't know if anybody else has that problem. I crochet tight. So anytime I crochet anything and it tells me to use one kind of hook, I always go up at least 1 or 2 sizes, usually 2. So to get this nice and soft instead of real stiff and scratchy, I ended up, I'm only using 1 strand at a time, but I'm using the larger hook and it makes it nice and big for me. So the color is called Country Club, and I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive it's just an ongoing color with them. It's not anything special. And then this one is Aran Flack, A-R-A-N Fleck. And again, Red Heart Super Saver. I couldn't tell you how many skeins I'm going to be using on this. Oh, little tidbit. So Frank's been playing this crossword puzzle type game on his phone. And every once in a while, I help him. He'll be like, hey, what's this? Hey, what's this? Right? Well, he walks in the other day. He walked into the living room when I was crocheting. I was like, yeah. I said, the skein's getting, you know, something about the skein. I'm going to need more skeins eventually. And he's like, what'd you call that? I said, a skein? He's like, spell it. So I spelled it for him. He's like, it's right. I'm like, what are you talking about? Apparently, he had just been looking at his game and he couldn't figure out a unit of yarn. And I happened to use the word and poof. That's what it was. Who knew? I'm clairvoyant. Okay. There we go. All right. So, I still have to give away. I have a little bit of haul and gifts. So I'm not going to, I received a box today. It was a pretty nice size box. It had it had stickers on it that said heavy. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of heavy, but it wasn't like freight heavy. Basically, my friend Vicky, who is reading and stitching, I think it's just Vicky reading stitching. I'll link all the people down below. But basically Vicky, and she was going through her stuff, her fabric stash and everything, and she's like, I have all this fabric, I'm not going to use it, do you want it? I was like, sure, send me whatever you want. So she sent me a bunch, and on top of that, she sent me a little Christmas gift, it's late and I don't care. She knows that. She's like, I'm sorry it's late. And I told her it doesn't matter. You know, it's February. It's either early Christmas for next year or late for the past. And it doesn't matter. So, what she ended up sending me was all this fabric. I am not going to show you every piece of fabric. I pretty much folded it all up and have it stacked to put in my shelves because I break everything up according to genre and color. It's a thing. But she made me this bag. She made me this project bag, and she said it's for Maurice. My Moose Maurice that I will be working on again this month. I have another section to work on for him, which will be the upper, well, if I'm looking on it straight up, it's the upper right side or his left side. So I'll have another section of that, and I will be transferring Maurice in here to be with his moose brethren there. Love the bag. She also sent this cute card with these butterflies on it, the little note, and there's no pictures of Bert. Kind of disappointing there. But she also sent me a pack of Haribo Gummy Bears and these chocolate covered Gummy Bears. And I love Gummy Bears. I've never had chocolate covered before, so of course I had to try one right away. And it was a cherry one because it tasted just like a chocolate covered cherry or one of those cherry cordials that you eat. It was so good. Thank you, Vicky. I loved everything. I also had purchased, I had been going back and forth. Matter of fact, Vicky also ended up, when I showed it, she's like, oh, I really want that. So we both bought it. And it is this chatelaine, the Polar Mandala. I purchased mine at the Whole Stitch and Caboodle, which I will link below. It is a Facebook group. I'll write myself a note because I'll forget. So I purchased this. It is pages and pages long. I have not done a chatelaine before, but slow and steady wins the race, right? My first thing I'll need to do is over time. There's more than just that in threads. So over time, I will just start collecting all the threads. It's got silks in it. It's got tons of beads. So I'll just slowly squirrel away all the bits. And when I do, I guess, I mean, I only need the threads first. And then I can do beads afterwards. So eventually I'll get this kitted up. This picture doesn't know justice. This is one of the crappiest pictures I've ever seen. It's how horrible that is. But I am sure it's going to be gorgeous. I have faith. So, what's next? There was something else I received. Oh, I know what it was. And I had already put them away and I forgot. I was like, whatever. Basically, it was just a couple more of the Santas of the Year, the annual Santas from Prairie Schooler. Some of the ones I was missing for that Prairie Schooler project when I said I was going to do it, all of them. I was missing a few, and I was able to get those from the Whole Stitch and Caboodle. She had some that she went through. I gave her all the years I didn't have, and she went through and picked out the ones that she had and sent them along with those. I mean, I paid for them, but, you know, there's that. All right. I also received I keep on calling it Sips By because there is a space there, but I don't know if it's Sips B. I mean, it sounds like it should be Sips B, but I think it's Sips By. The great debate, right? So I received my February tea. Now, I think I mentioned last time that I had canceled my subscription. I thought I had one of the tea bag things here too. Oh well. Okay, so I thought I had mentioned before that I canceled my subscription. Only because trying to pare down bills and I have a lot of things coming up, which I will get into in a minute also. I'm going to 2 retreats this year, by the way. And I'll give the information on those. So I figured I have enough tea right now to deal. I drink coffee most of the day, but sometimes at night I just like tea. and I have enough right now, and I need to pare down on the bills. So there's, out of this box this month, I received this Ginger Up. I don't like ginger, guys, at all. I'm not a I found I sort of like pickled ginger when it's with sushi, but otherwise I'm not a ginger person. I don't like ginger ale. So this is going to my friend Zeb. She lives in New Zealand, and she has a package going to her sooner or later, and she loves tea, and I'm going to send this to her. She's a tea snob too, so I think this is like a better high-end tea, and she may just like this, especially since it's got no sugar. She's been staying away from sugar. So the other one I received is Chico Chai. I don't like chai. I've tried it. I'm just not a chai person. But my friend Robert, which I think he's Robert's Palace of Stitches, he likes chai. So I'm going to send him this. And I'm going to actually send these disposable bags to my friend Zeb. This you actually have to strain, so I'm not going to send in the bags. It's not going to help him. But I'm going to send that to Robert. So there's 2 other teas in here, and I'm going to keep these. These ones sound like they're going to be good. This one is Cacao Heart Eyes. It's Tea Kitten. And this one, I haven't been able, can't smell it through the package. Spice Cocoa Blend, warm and comforting. As a cozy fire on a chilly evening. Melted chocolate flakes add a touch of sweetness to toasty chicory and cinnamon spice. Roasted yerba mate and oolong tea. Okay, so that's what that is. That sounds good. And then I do like chamomile, and there's 2 packs of these with 2 sachets in each one. So that's definitely mine. And then that'll be the last one for a while. I may pick it up later on, some other time, once I get low on tea. Or can afford it again. Or want to afford it again. There's the thing. Plans are for tonight, because fly by the seat of my pants, I've got bags to cut out. I've got my next paired fabric set up, and I started cutting bags today. I am going to stitch on this one, Lighthouse Keeper, from Twin Peak Primitives. You can get this on their Etsy or their website, which is Twin Peak Primitives, or you can buy it from your LNS. I need to stitch on a prompt for Magical Stitches, and it said something that lives in the sea. So there you go. Okay, I live. I'm all red. Anyway, so there we go. I need to stitch, I think, at least 100 stitches. I may do a couple hundred just to get some other prompts done and get some more of this done, because this is definitely one that can be finished this year. Alright. And put this over here. Here's a little insert between my video and my giveaway video. So there's a video and a video and a video stuck in between. So I meant to tell you about the retreats, and I am not sure if I had mentioned it during the first part of my video, or if it's going to come afterwards when I talk about the giveaways, but neither here nor there. Alright, so I am going on 2 retreats. The first one I'm going to, actually, okay, yeah. The first one I'm going to is actually in June. It's the newest one that I'm signed up to go to. I'm going to be staying with J Long. I don't know why she puts up with me. It's in Texas. It's the Sirens Retreat. It's the one put on by Leslie. I was on the waiting list, and I got my invoice, and I am going. It's in June sometime, and I don't know what the dates are. If you need the dates and you want to see about possibly getting on the waiting list, contact me, and I will look up that information. So I will be going to that. And then, again, I do want to mention the retreat Stitching in the Springs. That one is in Ohio, and that is the first weekend in November. It's pretty much, it's a very small hotel, so we're looking at filling the whole hotel anyway. There's only 28 rooms. It's like a boutique hotel, so you don't have a lot of people you don't know walking around. I mean, not Stitchy people, because it's not going to be, it's going to be us, right? It's small, quaint, from what I heard from Sammy J. She had a wonderful time when she went last year. She immediately signed up for this year again. So she will be going. I will be going. My best friend will be going, my BFF, Gina. And I know there's a few others that are going. I know Janet Chatter's going. She told me a couple weeks ago, she said she signed up. So I can't wait to meet her and squeeze her. So if you are looking to go to the retreat, I will have that information down below. I have it already inserted. I've had it inserted since I first mentioned it a few weeks ago. The only reason why I don't have the Sirens one in there is because it's, first of all, you have to join the Facebook group. Second of all, I'm not sure if she's still adding to the waiting list. I did not look before I started this video, and I does that sometimes. So if you are truly interested, contact me. Hit me up. Put a message, either comment or message me in one of the ways to message me, and I will get the information to you. I will now put in my giveaway information, and just in case I don't say it in the giveaway portion, I will draw my giveaway winners during my next video. And I did not, let me look real quick while I'm here. My next video should be on. It's not going to be. Okay, so my next video should be on the 23rd. It's not going to be on the 23rd. It will not be until the 9th. My next video is going to be on March 9th, so the giveaway will be drawn and announced on March 9th. There you go. That I know I did not say in the next portion. So, future me is before past me right now. It's a paradox. Enjoy. I forgot something. Old news. Old situation. So, I had done my last giveaway, and I will do my next. I'm going to show you what I'm giving away this time in just a moment, but I need to get this one out of the way first. I'm giving this away, and a couple weeks ago, I gave some time last week, and the winner was Char J57. I put a message, I commented on her comment, and I have not heard back, so I redrew. The winner for it this time is Northern Crosses. Now, I do have a question. Northern Crosses, you're more than welcome to this. But I noticed by your comment, you were the one that told me about the problem with uploading the Long Dog samplers to Pattern Keeper. And because you used the word sampler, well, you said sampler space S. So I'm not sure if that was a way to get in the running for this, or if it was just a typo and you ended up winning. So if you indeed wanted to be put in to win this along with the fabric and the threads, you're more than welcome to it. Just message me either on Instagram or email me at StitchNButton@gmail.com and give me your address, and I will get this out to you. If not, just let me know, message, put a comment, and I'll draw another person next time. All right? So there's that. So, Northern Crosses, I will comment on your comment again. So hopefully you'll get the notification again. And you'll get back to me to figure this out. Alright, now, for my 100th episode giveaway, I picked out 4 different things. 3 are charts, 1's a piece of fabric. So, first one is the Sassy Pink 28 count. It's, I don't know who the designer is. It came from, I think it's from the Tasmanian box. Tassie Stitchers or something. I know Belinda had given this to me. And it's almost just as bright. It's like bubblegum pink. It really is. And it's a 28 count linen. I think it's an even weave. Looks like an even weave. Anyway, if you would like to be put in the running for Sassy Pink, comment with fabric. Alright? I'm writing down these keywords, by the way. I know they're really hard. Alright. Next one I am putting in here is this chart from Mystic Stitch. This was a gift from my friend Philip from his aunt. So, if you would like to stitch Country Rooster from Mystic Stitch, mind you, this is a full coverage. Put in... I was going to be smart. I'm not going to say it. Okay, just Rooster. You can put in Rooster. Alright. Next up is this Lennart pattern. Actually, it's 2 patterns. It's Wildflowers. Or is it 3? Or is it 2? It's 3. It's 2. It's 3. Hang on. I'll tell you in a moment. There are Small Wildflowers 1, Small Wildflowers 2, and just Wildflowers. So apparently this is a big old thing of Wildflowers, and then there's 2 complementary ones that would go with it. That's all in this book, and it's from Leisure Arts, by the way. If you would like to stitch these, go ahead and just comment Wildflowers, because nobody can spell her name for really off the top of their head. I can barely say it. I think, what's it, Marjolaine Bestine? Isn't it? Who? This is Coraline. Let me see. Now, I'm curious to see. I thought Lennart was... Just sit there and sip your tea. It's okay. Maybe it's not her. It says Coraline, but it's not telling me. Hang on. Tells you the writer, the graphic artist, Carolyn F. Albright and Shalana D. Frisbee. Doesn't tell you the chart designer, though. How rude. Okay, so if you want this Lennart, go ahead and say Wildflowers. There you go. All the information you didn't know or want. Okay, and then the last one is going to be this BellaFilipina. This one also came from Belinda. This is Enchantress of the Abyss. She's going to have a lot of bling, guys. So, if you would like to stitch this one, go ahead and comment with Abyss. And that's all I got. I hope everyone is staying warm. I know that there was a lot of snow going through the U.S. I'm pretty much across the from like New England all the way across to Texas. And it's been pretty chilly here on and off. It's very weird weather. I hope everyone's staying safe and warm. And for those down on the other side of the equator that are having, or on the other side of the world, that are having summer, I hope you're staying cool. I know Australia has been pretty steaming hot. I've been told it's been up to like 44, which is way over 100 here in Fahrenheit. So anyway, I just hope you are enjoying your day, and don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine.